Vanessa's work, I think, has always been about a child's view of the world, in this sort of like microcosm that children live in.
The importance of her work is that it starts out with the excuse of academia, but it speaks about universal things that everybody struggles with and is interested in.
They're talking about Miami artist Venessa Monokian. Her playful creations have earned her a reputation as one of Miami's best-kept secrets. Like so many artists before her, Venessa sees the world differently than most of us. She's one of the millions of Americans with dyslexia.
When I'm reading a portion of text, it could become almost like an optical illusion. So it'll vibrate on the page, you can get a ghosting or a shadowing on the page, so it makes it difficult to follow along.
If growing up with dyslexia was difficult, school made it worse. Undiagnosed, she struggled in class. Teachers would punish her for not doing her homework, or worse, they just give up entirely.
They would try to kind of softball it and, give me questions they knew that I could answer. It got to the point where I was just physically removed from the classroom and put in special classes with other students who were struggling. You spend, a huge portion of your life going through school. And to not be very successful during those periods of your life of developing and learning how to socialize puts a little bit of an impression on you, and you kind of start to question, why is that? And that question led me to try to investigate it in an alternative way, which was through art. One day I just decided I'm going to sit in the library and I'm just going to go through every single art book, one right after another. And from there, that was a springboard for me to discover another way of looking at the world, and maybe something that I actually could take on and understand things that in other ways I wasn't able to understand.
From the beginning, Venessa's art focused on her learning disabilities and on her experience in the classroom. Later, she took a job at an elementary school so she could study the environment.
Basically what I was doing was proctoring during the FCAT, making sure that students aren't cheating during the FCAT. And this one student in particular is playing with something in his desk. So I walk over and I tell him, please put it away, it's a test, you're distracting the other students. Puts it away, no fuss, puts it away, okay, fine. I'm walking around again, 15 seconds later, there he is, playing with this little thing, walk over again. This is strike number 2. If, I have to talk to you again, I have to remove whatever this is that you're playing with. You'll get it at the end of the day, but 3 strikes, you're out.
Sure enough, there's a 3rd strike.
What am I gonna do? I have to take it from him. So you think, he'll whine, he'll moan a little bit, but he'll be fine. Oh, no. Oh my God! Kicks the desk halfway across the room, throws himself on the floor, is moaning and groaning, having the biggest conniption fit.
Red alarm. Teachers come running. Security guards, even the principal comes to haul this kid away. It's a disaster.
So I reach into the desk because I want to know what the hell this thing is. It's this weird little sculpture basically made out of staples and a number 2 pencil.
Time goes on, and Venessa is now a teacher's aide at the same school.
So now I'm paired up with the teacher that has him, and I start to observe him throughout the school year. And I notice, he's always doing this. He's always collecting little, buttons and ribbons and little things that he's finding around on the floor, stuffing his pockets, and then he starts to construct these little things. So he's basically making toys for himself. And I'm curious to know why. So I photograph them and then I show it to him. He's not really very impressed. He's like, okay, that's kind of neat that you're doing that. Well, okay. I'm not getting what he's getting, so I reapproach it. And I make basically huge armies of these guys invading spaces. Show him again. Yeah, that's a little bit better, great.
She's done her homework. Her creatures are identical to his. So what's she missing?
It's like, my guys are alive. They're alive, yeah, they're alive. They move, they jump, they do things, they have battles. I said, oh, well, they're alive. Okay, well, I need to make them come alive. So then that body of work shifted from photography to sculpture and now into animation. So now they are coming alive. With this particular child, I felt some sort of connection. I said, I don't like this, I don't want to be here, I'm going to shift where I am, and this is how I'm going to do it.
Essentially, his solution was no different than hers. He turned to art just like she did.
This is a kid who's in 3rd grade. You know, I was in college. That's a significant leap in time.
This experience reinforced Venessa's faith in her work and helped it evolve into something bigger.
I think it's broadened from being an investigation of the self and becoming more self-aware to just an investigation of that environment.
It's ironic that what caused her so much stress as a student is now what inspires her art. But Venessa has been able to turn her experience into a strong positive. Out of her early frustrations, she's learned to create beautiful and enigmatic works. Best of all, she's retained her sense of play.
She came in playing, you know, and she's still playing. It's just a little more, if you can say it, she's playing more seriously now.
The preceding program was a production of WLRN Public Television.